Mom said, "Your sister's wedding will be perfect. When's your turn?" I replied, "It already happened. On Christmas Eve." She said it like I was a punchline. And before dessert, my sister's engagement ring was on the table and my dad's big business deal was dead. But the cruelty started earlier in the living room, right in front of the fire. My sister shoved a gift box into my hands. Inside was a lifetime VIP membership to a dating app for desperate singles over 30, and a hardcover book about finding happiness when you die alone. She giggled and went, "I saw it online, 5 stars." Then she tilted her head. "Aren't you going to say thank you?" I closed the lid and held it against my ribs like evidence. My mom didn't flinch. "Take it," she said. "Don't let your ego turn you into a spinster." My dad said nothing. That silence was the loudest thing in the room. Because 8 months earlier, I'd married Nate. I'd mailed my parents the invitation myself. I tied the ribbon, wrote their names, and still saved them 2 seats in the front row. They never showed. They never called. They just acted like my life didn't count unless it entertained them. I'd been wearing my wedding band the whole time too. Nobody noticed. At dinner, my mom toasted the year of the bride, and my sister sat up. My mom bragged about doing things properly, and it landed on me like a slap. Then she turned to me, sweet as poison. "So Caroline, when is it your turn?" I set my fork down. "I'm not single," I said. "I've been married for 8 months." My mom blinked, then exploded. "Liar." My sister turned on the tears instantly. "You're doing this to ruin my engagement season," she said, squeezing her fiancé's arm. My dad pointed at me like I'd committed a crime. "If you send invitations, why didn't you call? You're embarrassing us." That's when I stopped hoping they were just careless. They weren't. They'd chosen this, and my sister had helped. Under the table, I texted my husband one word: now. Nate worked cybersecurity. I designed the smart systems in my parents' house years ago. Cameras, sensors, the whole thing. They never changed the admin password even after I warned them twice. My dad snapped, "Prove you're married." "Okay," I said, and I stood up. The TV over the fireplace flickered. A desktop appeared. A cursor moved without anyone touching it. My sister's face went white, like she finally remembered what she'd done. I opened one folder and made it slow. First, a FedEx receipt filled the screen. Next, my sister's signature sat on the line. Then the date, February 12th. Then the time, 10:15 a.m. After that, my mom's email settings popped up. A filter named Wedding Block. Rule: delete anything with wedding and my name. My sister tried to talk over it. "I sign for packages all the time. That proves nothing." So I played the video. The doorbell rang. Then my sister opened the door smiling. Next, she signed and took the blue package. Then she read the return label. Her smile vanished. After that, she glanced around like a thief. Then she walked to the side bins, and she tossed it in like trash. No pause, no regret, just gone. Her fiancé stood up so fast his chair scraped. He stared at her like he'd never seen her before. "You threw your sister's wedding invitations in the trash," he said, quiet and lethal. He pulled the ring off her finger and set it on the table. Click. "We're done. I can't marry a monster." My dad's business partner stood too. He looked at my father, disgusted. "If your home runs on lies, so does your company," he said. "The merger is canceled." My dad went gray. My mom couldn't find her voice. My sister just shook, trapped in her own footage. She finally snapped at me. "I'll destroy you online. I have millions of followers." "No," I said. Soft. "Final. If you lie about me, I send the video to your sponsors and the authorities." Her mouth opened, then closed. For the first time in her life, she was out of moves. Before I left, I picked up that cruel dating app box and set it in front of her, right beside the abandoned ring. "Keep it," I said. "You need it more than I do." 3 days later, a FedEx package hit my porch in Austin. Inside was a $50,000 check from my dad and a note asking me to stay quiet. I tore it into confetti, took a photo, dropped it in the family group chat, and typed, "I don't sell my silence. I'm gifting it to you for free. Don't contact me again." Then I left the group. On New Year's Eve, I stood in my husband's family's living room, surrounded by people who actually wanted me there. His mom hugged me like I mattered. I realized family isn't where you're tolerated, it's where you're chosen. What would you have done? Keep the peace, expose her, or cut them off for good?